In response to the SEC's most recent letter of additional authority, Ripple has submitted a response. By the way, can businesses today use blockchain and cryptocurrency to unlock instant real-world value? How does the Ripple Liquidity Hub work? Aside from that, how many transactions per second can the XRP ledger support? Another justification for summary judgment in favor of Ripple has been noted by attorney Jeremy Hogan, although it remains unclear whether those arguments will be enough to win Ripple the case. Follow me through to the end to learn more. Check out this new video if you're interested in learning more about this. In the present, welcome to our channel, where we discuss the most recent developments regarding XRP and the cryptocurrency industry in general. If you're watching one of our videos for the first time, we will be happy to offer you a special greeting. To ensure that you never miss another video, we ask you to click the notification button. We are presenting a 200 XRP prize on this channel. You only need to like this video and subscribe to the channel to take part. And leave a comment with the hashtag XRP hashtag. The winner will be revealed today. The SEC's resistance to Ripple's fair notice defense has prompted a response. The SEC objected to Ripple's fair notice defense, but the leading blockchain company has responded. Yesterday, Ripple responded to the SEC's recent supplemental authority letter by James K. Fillon, a seasoned U.S. defense attorney. Remember that the SEC claimed in its letter that the Commonwealth Equity Service case provided additional support for rejecting Ripple's fair notice defense. In response to this assertion, Ripple stated that the defendant in the Commonwealth case did not offer any proof to back up its contention that market players lacked fair notice, forcing them to reveal financial conflicts of interest. Instead, Commonwealth pointed to SEC guidance and produced a subject matter expert who claimed that some disclosures were not mandated by the agency's instruction. Ripple asserts that the SEC relies on the Commonwealth case to reject its fair notice. In contrast to the evidence used in the current lawsuit, the defense is different. The SEC's records and communications with third parties demonstrate that reasonable market participants concluded that the defendant's offers and sales of XRP were not investment contracts and informed the SEC of this. According to Ripple, there is ample proof that the Securities and Exchange Commission knew there was widespread regulatory confusion in the cryptocurrency market. The blockchain company further asserted that the proof supports the SEC's quest for this. Additionally, Ripple stated that it is unimportant for the SEC to proclaim that the Commonwealth passed the test in its enforcement actions on summary judgment. The regulator's reliance on these decisions has previously been dismissed by the court, according to Ripple, since none of them addressed the supporting evidence for its summary ruling. Motion. The fair notice defense of the defendants was upheld by the decision, which established a binding precedent. The company's fair notice claim is further bolstered by Ripple's statement to the SEC. Recall that on March 4, Ripple submitted an additional letter in support of its fair notice defense. The defendants referenced a recent decision by the Supreme Court in Bittner v. U.S., where two justices in the majority based their opinion on the norm of lenity. In this situation, the court should find in favor of the defendants by the norm of lenity, whenever there are ambiguous rules. In response to Ripple's claim, the SEC stated that the defendant's fair notice defense is unaffected by the two justices' reliance on the rule of leniency. The crypto community is still waiting for the summary judgment, which, according to lawyer John Deaton, may occur at any moment. The day of the summary decision in Ripple v. SEC approaches every day. The verdict could be announced on or before May 6, according to attorney Deaton. This appears to be Ripple's legal counsel's last argument before Judge Torres makes a decision. Please remember to tick the notification bell and subscribe to our channel. To receive additional updates about the most recent events relating to Liquidity Hub, a cutting-edge service created by Ripple, has now gone live. XRP. The well-known fintech company behind XRP, Ripple, has introduced its Liquidity Hub solution, an avant-garde commercial offering. With the help of this innovative technology, organizations may access digital asset liquidity through a variety of the world's top exchanges, market makers, and over-the-counter desks. Having tested the product last year, Ripple recently announced the launch. A completely integrated and comprehensive system called the Liquidity Hub is designed to help organizations find and manage liquidity across numerous platforms. The service enables businesses to access liquidity without having to have a lot of capital on hand by utilizing cutting-edge technology to get the best prices for digital assets. As a result, firms have less money that is locked up and may use their resources more effectively. The new service from Ripple also allows businesses access to a vast network of payment options. Globe making tasks like handling digital currency transactions and keeping track of money easier and quicker to complete. The service is offered constantly. The interoperability and enormous reservoirs of liquidity it offers across asset classes are key to Liquidity Hub's success. Finding the best liquidity and rates from many sources is also crucial, as it enables firms to spend less on high-volume operations like treasury management. The Ripple Liquidity Hub was created to address the issues that can arise when integrating fiat and digital currencies. It allows businesses to manage and receive liquidity without complex settings thanks to an easy-to-use dashboard and a straightforward connection method to various platforms. According to the most recent statement, the platform supports BTC, ETH, LTC, HTC, and BCH at the moment, but makes no clear mention of XRP, raising concerns among XRP users. The Liquidity Hub, according to Ripple, can function as a standalone product or as a component of its cross-border payment system. This was brought up by prominent XRP community member Rathof Conman. Hoped. No reference is made to XRP or XRPL in any technical sense. Because Ripple no longer explicitly discusses XRP, one can only speculate as to why. XRP. It was also explained by Rathof Conman that Ripple has highlighted that the product does not use XRP. He said that although he had assumed it would be linked to Ripple's OBL solution, it is still unclear whether it will even use RippleNet due to the imprecise information that is now available. It's vital to note that Ripple previously declared that the hub would support 6 assets upon debut, including XRP, in November 2021. The business did note that the assets that businesses could choose from would vary depending on where they were, and that additional assets might be added to the platform in the future. The CTO of Ripple, David Schwartz, has refuted reports that XRPL can already process 1,500 transactions per second. Furthermore, the XRP ledger, XRPL, according to David Schwartz, Chief Technology Officer, CTO, at Ripple can presently process up to 1,500 transactions per second. In response to inquiries posed by a member of the XRP community, Schwartz expressed his comments. Recently, Schwartz used Twitter to debunk 10 myths regarding XRP and the XRP currency. Ledgers that are popularly believed to be true, yet are false. One of these assertions is that XRPL can handle 1,500 transactions per second. These assertions were brought to our attention by an unnamed community member. Transactions per second, or TPS for short, is a measurement of how many transactions a blockchain network processes in a second. The consensus mechanism used by the network, block size, network latency, and transaction complexity all affect a blockchain network's TPS. Schwartz claims that since the inception of the XRP ledger in 2012, up to 1,500 TPS have never been seen. The blockchain's current architecture, he conceded, might accommodate up to 300 to 500 transactions per second on a live network. For context, the transaction rate for Bitcoin ranges from 3 to 7 per second. One of the members of the XRP community pointed to a reliable source on the official Ripple website as the source of the generally accepted assertion. On the Ripple website, the page specifically devoted to XRP indicates that XRPL consistently handles 1,500 transactions per second, 247. In response, Schwartz emphasized that the claim that XRPL consistently handles 1,500 500 TPS 24/7 is untrue because the XRPL is currently operating below the 1500 TPS threshold on a live network. He admitted that the statement needed to be better written and has reported it to the relevant department. David Schwartz also addressed 9 other misunderstandings about the XRPL that had just been disproved. He clarified that the XRP ledger depends on the internet and is inoperable offline, among other things. He added that no central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, are currently being issued on XRPL. Furthermore, Schwartz pointed out that the on-demand liquidity solution is not used by RippleNet, the company's worldwide payment network, which is made up of banks and other financial institutions. Now for the main inquiry of the day. Can the present justifications offered by lawyer Jeremy Hogan? Can Ripple win using the present arguments advanced by lawyer Jeremy Hogan? Give the win to Ripple. Please remember to tick the notification bell and subscribe to our channel to be the first to learn more information about recent XRP developments. Hogan and Hogan partner and pro-XRP attorney Jeremy Hogan has emphasized. The second reason Ripple did not issue security based on the 6th largest coin. Attorney Hogan pointed out that Judge Annalisa Torres has already provided a hint about how she might determine that Ripple did not market XRP as a security in a thread on Twitter today. Hogan supplied a document where Judge Torres divided the Howey test into 3 parts. Hogan noted that after hearing Judge Torres' rendition of the Howey test, the third, despite several court decisions that eliminated the only requirement, the pro-XRP lawyer finds the third element of the Howey test to be interesting. Hogan pointed out that the SEC's attempt to establish that XRP investors relied on Ripple's efforts to generate profits was truncated. Notably, the judge rejected this SEC's expert witness testimony that was used to support this assertion. Hogan observed that the SEC's third expert, who testified on the third prong of the Howey test, was the sole witness to testify about it following the rejection of Expert One's testimony for the agency. Judge Torres granted Ripple's request to have the testimony of the third expert for the SEC dismissed. Notably, the third expert hired by the SEC said that Ripple was manipulating the price of XRP covertly. But the expert made no mention of whether XRP buyers were aware of the price manipulation. Couldn't say. The outspoken legal expert disputes the expert's assertion that the expert's report supports the third prong of the Howey test. Remarks made by Ripple as proof to support the third prong of Howey. Based on this, he claimed the regulator is now left with only the so-called cacophony. The SEC identified occasions where Ripple advertised XRP as an investment contract in its motion for summary judgment. Some examples include the pamphlet distributed to prospective investors in 2014 and tweets from Chris Larson, chairman of Ripple, outlining how the business plans to retain 50% of the XRP supply to create applications and promote Ripple. The regulator further claimed that Ripple promoted XRP price increases as Ripplemania. Hogan thinks that the third prong cannot be shown by these assertions alone. In the meantime, Ripple has offered proof that, contrary to this SEC's claims, the public considered XRP to be money and an asset. Thousands of XRP holders retaliated despite the SEC obtaining 6 holders to state the opposite. Hogan cited the assertion made in the amicus curiae brief submitted by lawyer John Deaton on behalf of the neighborhood. One of the SEC specialists, he continued, acknowledged that Ripple had no impact on XRP price swings from 2018 to the present. Hogan asserted that the preponderance of the evidence in the case demonstrates that XRP investors did not rely on Ripple's efforts to earn gains based on his research. He concluded that no rational juror could examine the material and yet reach the conclusion that the SEC had succeeded in establishing the third element of the Howey test. The second justification for Ripple winning the litigation, in Hogan's opinion, is the analysis. The Hogan and Hogan partner emphasized the primary justification for Ripple's victory earlier this week. In the Ripple case, he said that the SEC had not been able to produce the investment contract. One of those initiatives is Hogan's legal analysis, to give the clerk helping Judge Torres construct the summary judgment research materials. He said, "Thanks for reading. especially you, awesome law clerk. We will now declare the 200 XRP prize winner. On the screen is the winner. Congratulations. And keep in mind that we will have another with the same qualities on April 30. Conclusions. So, gentlemen, this concludes the video. If you found it enjoyable, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and press the notification bell. I find that the YouTube algorithm is greatly aided by this. Sharing this video with as many people as you can will also help enlighten others in the same way that you have been enlightened. Guys, let's spread this news far and wide. If you are a true cryptocurrency enthusiast, don't miss any of our material. We'll chat about the most recent news that affects our entire community tomorrow.